Helldivers 2 isn't just about chasing the meta. It's about experimenting, adapting, and most importantly, having fun with the tools we're given. In today's video, we're watching Justashibe run a completely unconventional setup. This isn't the usual anti-tank setup / loadout we'd expect on the Automaton front. These are stratagems many players overlook, especially when used together. But here's the thing, when you combine them and use them with purpose, they unleash democracy in its purest form, and they demand a completely different playstyle. This is all about creativity, chaos, and proving that even the most forgotten stratagems and loadouts can bring justice to the Galactic War. Enjoy. Oh yeah, back again. Here we are, coming on the Automaton front. We're going to be fighting, I think this is Tarsh. Justashibe is throwing you with a sick loadout. I'm posting it right here on the screen. This is a Liberator Concussive, Senator, Thermite Grenade, Incendiary Mines, Guard Dog Breath, Flamethrower, and Eagle Smoke Strike with the Engineering Kit and the Muscle Enhancement. As we're jumping right here in the middle of the base with the Berserker getting slapped in the face, taking care of one Fabricator as we lay down the Incendiary Mines right in the middle of the base. This is not a loadout that you can necessarily play with a group of people. One Scout Strider goes down, and the Smoke Strike, the Eagle Smoke Strike, going to provide cover as we take out these next two Fabricators. And also, hopefully, give Shibe the ability to get out of here as he blows up everything owned by the Automatons and the robots. There's ridiculous robots. Still one more Fabricator ahead as we call in a resupply. Picking up those 12 magazines in the short, I guess it's not a drum, but it's a shortened magazine of the Liberator Concussive. Out of Thermite's going to pick up 4 more, because taking full advantage of that engineering kit can actually fill it back up and then forget that this fortress ever existed as we move on to the next part of the map here. Now, I would make some small changes to this loadout, but still keeping the spirit alive. I would actually swap out the Liberator Concussive to something like the variable rifle I have this posted ahead, and then I would take Muscle Enhancement and make it dead sprint. I think you're going to be doing a lot of sprinting here given the smoke that you have in the loadout as we get the first probe down. I think the smoke is going to allow him to move swiftly through the map, and he does have medium armor, but I think that light armor would pair a little bit a little bit better here. However, a little bit more tankiness never hurt on the bot front. Normally, bot loadouts are just littered with a bunch of anti-tank stuff, like recoilless rifles, barrages, but we just don't see that here. We have some fire, and wow, Fabricator right down on the map. And double Thermite's going to do some work to handle that bad boy, as a couple more dropships come in. And Shibe doing a great job of using the tree for cover here and drawing the aggro out away from the main objective. We have a Scout Strider just ahead. The Senator's going to clean that up real fast. I do love the quick reloads on the Senator and the forgiveness that the heavy penetration that it does have. Hulk and Fuego, though, that Flamethrower getting a ton of value right now as the Hulk goes down. If it weren't for the gas backpack, though, the Flamethrower wouldn't nearly get the value it just did on that Hulk, because the Hulk would be smacking Shibe in the face. Yeah, I really liked earlier when he threw the smoke down, Shibe. Smoke down as the bot drop came in. You can see that it did confuse the bots. Even though most of them saw where he was, it's not like smoke was worthless in that situation. Detector tower ahead. We have some gunships and detector towers. Luckily, a Hellbomb from this distance should do the trick. And luckily, we also have an Eagle Smoke Strike. It's my favorite part of this loadout. And I've said that about 3 times, however, I'm serious. Providing optimal cover as we set the trap and get out of here. It's so easy for detector towers just to give you bot drop after bot drop after bot drop, and you're just sitting there fighting the bots forever. With this loadout, Shibe is able to quickly move on to the next secondary objective, which is the gunship facility, laying down the incendiary mines just to help block off the map and to give him a little bit more cover. So with the smoke, Shibe does force all the engagements into close quarters, as we see. This Scout Strider not shooting at him at all. And the gunships still don't know where he is as he gets out of here with 0 confrontation, firing 2 bullets, honestly, to take down Scout Strider. And we're on to the next item, which is, I believe this is another main objective. I don't know where Shive is going. We'll find out soon. It seems that Shive was going to extract just to try to clear that out before he decided he was going to go. So we do have a fabricator. I mean, not a fabricator, but a factory strider just ahead. Going to take 2 thermites, and Shive drop down a resupply just behind him. Using the tree here for cover against this factory strider, taking out the guns underneath. And the thermite grenades taking out the gun above it. So all we have here is just a factory strider with no weapons, but is hoping to stomp his way to death. Honestly. Here comes Shive, forcing the close range with a factory strider, no guns. Fire to the face of the factory strider. Senator on the right side. And thermites also to help out. This factory strider is as good as dead, honestly. Super creative move here from Justashibe. And that's going to be it. The gas guard dog confusing the Scout Strider. And the Factory Strider still somehow... Factory Strider says, I want more fire, please. Shive says, that's not a problem. I happen to be a chef. And we are going to be in Fuego. I'm going to cook you up something real good. And there it goes. Solely with thermites and the Flamethrower. It did take 2 Flamethrower magazines, however. Right next to a resupply. Going up to another medium facility here. Thermites out to take care of the fabricators. Gas guard dog. And I mean, this confusion here. This gas guard dog is really putting in the work. Knowing that Shive is closing distance here. Creating confusion on the Automaton front with both smoke and gas. Just makes the Flamethrower so much more viable. As you see here. If this were any other... If the gas guard dog didn't exist, then the Flamethrower would... He would just be getting shot. One more fabricator going to go down here. And we'll hopefully find the second probe location here shortly. Here we are finally. I do want to say that this is not a loadout that's going to play super well in a team environment given the incendiary mines. I mean, random people just... Incendiary mines just do not get along. They're allergic to each other. If you wanted to play this in a team environment, I would suggest swapping out the mines for something like maybe even anti-tank mines could work here, because this is the Automaton front. If you were to avoid mines altogether, I would suggest something like a some kind of a sentry, probably. But then that would be a meta stratagem here, wouldn't it? So it's really hard to decide what we're going to pick instead. Maybe a car. Look at this smoke cover. Gonna allow Shive to take this probe and set it without even touching the trigger. Well, actually he did. He did kill a few small bots. However, able to run away. And those automatons are quite confused as to what's going on. Another smoke strike coming in to help complete the coverage needed to escape. Droning around this patrol. Also a very good idea. And using the minimap to utilize the correct lane of trees to go down to make sure he is in cover behind the shrubbery and the trees on the map. Gonna go back to extraction here. Yeah, a few annoying ones here at extract. Nothing serious, though. Just some troopers. This is something we could have cleaned up towards the end of the game. However, Shive just said, I'm going to pass right through and ruin your day. Honestly, this would have been interesting with an arc thrower as well as a flamethrower. I think they both would have played relatively similarly. Actually... No, I'm wrong, because you can't arc the Factory Strider to death. But you can flamethrower a Factory Strider to death. Look at this stealth move here. With the Hulk just ahead. Gonna use the Senator to the face, right in the eyeball. Double Hulks. Now the Flamethrower with the Gas Dog comes out, and you can see how Shibe utilizes every single part of this loadout to surprise and murder the Automatons. Confusion on the Gas Dog. I can't emphasize it enough. Surprised he hasn't thrown in any smoke at this point. And the mines are also on cooldown. This Scout Strider doesn't know what his last name is, honestly. We have an illegal broadcast and the main objective all the way across the map. So we'll be doing some running here soon, but you won't have to see that. Coming up to the illegal broadcast, here comes a thermite out. And this looks like it's going to be a very easy, quick section of video for you as the Berserker forgets that he was ever in existence. We have 4 fabricators to destroy here in this outpost, and 1 factory strider trying to defend all 4. Thermite out to take care of the top gun on that factory strider as we retreat just a little bit. I believe that was 1 fabricator that was taken down as the Batroc comes in on top of the outpost. Trees down galore. Everything's on cooldown though. 28 bullets left in the Senator, only 1 thermite left on Shibe, and out it goes. So we have no more grenades. This is going to drastically hurt his chances to taking down this factory strider. I bet Shibe is just going to ignore that or call a resupply down. Yeah, he's going to try to re-up on his grenades before going back in to attack the factory strider, hoping that the smoke takes down yep. Throwing the orbital smoke strike, not orbital, but the eagle smoke strike to hopefully get lucky and take down that last fabricator, however, not able to do so. But that's okay. That's what thermites are for, isn't it? Good sir. Yeah, I think a variable rifle would have done much better here at this loadout. Concussive is just, there's no need for it, honestly. If this were the Predator strain, we'd have a different talk. But it is not. Nice throw. I thought we were Hail Marying it, however, it was just enough. And as we are up, we're 5 thermites now. Really taking advantage of that engineering kit, especially in solo play. Able to be a little bit greedy on the resupplies. Yet to have a death this game. Flame on, sir. Just a quick spray. Most of these robots are confused by the gas. And the flame on the ground is causing some nice damage over time. As we let him burn and we let him be confused for just a little bit, Shibe picking up that patrol with ease. Gonna stem here. I haven't seen him stem that much because Shibe has not taken a whole lot of damage given the survivability of the smoke and the gas. Alright, we're gonna turn on a Seath sight. Let's get on with our life, shall we? The mines went down, did a little bit of defense here for Shibe just earlier, and able to utilize the assault rifle, secondary, and the flamethrower to defend this little hilltop that the Sam Seath is on. We don't need to be here very much longer. We're just going to pop a couple guys in the face and move on with our existence. We got another fun outpost to handle right now with the double tap from the Senator taking down that Scout Strider, and really nice aim here from Shibe. Notice how he's moving along the outsides of the outposts all game. This is to give the guard dog a lot of opportunities to get value before even going in and exposing himself as we throw a smoke strike on top of these fabricators. I don't know if this is to destroy the fabricators or give him cover on the way out or both. It's going to take out at least 1 fabricator, maybe 2. And the thermite's going to take out 3. That is the 3rd, and that's the 4th. That's it. Make it look easy. The smoke strike has demolition damage now. Something that is drastically overlooked, but useful in cases like that. Second detector tower of the game. 1 Hulk just ahead. Detector tower is not pissed off yet, so we have a little bit of time here to gather ourselves Hell bomb is an option. We're trying to go around to find the best place to lay it down. Shive, what can we do here? Every automaton in the area knows that we're here. The detector tower has now alerted a bot drop. However, the SEAF tower, the SAM tower that we have activated earlier may help us out a good amount. I'm surprised we haven't seen a smoke strike. I guess they're probably still on cooldown from when we used them earlier to take out the fabricators as the bot drop comes in. SAM site not going to take those out. So we are going to have a full bot drop on our hands here as we take out this detector tower. Using the Senator and the Liberator concussive, both to conserve damage, both to conserve ammo and to use them on the correct enemy. As you can see, both of the Scout Striders, all of them are getting the pistol, and the enemies that require light penetration are going to be getting the concussive. So, love that from Shibe. As we take out the troopers above us, who are confused from the gas guard dog. Staying tight and using cover is definitely something that you have to do with this loadout. As we activate the second hell bomb called down, hopefully this will be enough to take out this detector tower as we move on to the main objective. There we go. So we just have the main left. I think the rest of the map here is cleared. Yeah, grays all around. It's Gray's Anatomy. Finally getting to the main objective as we've walked 500 miles. I know to you it seems like we've teleported here through the magic of editing, but here comes Shibe with the Senator. Got a message for the robots. Notice that he used the Senator whenever there was no light areas to shoot, but then as soon as the robots exposed their eyes, he moved to the Liberator concussive as this Hulk boy gets a little warm ahead of us. Using that little hilltop to prevent the Hulk from advancing. Love the placement and movement here from Shibe. One Berserker, 0 Berserkers. And the drill is able to be drilled? The drill is able to drill. Crouching. Double tap. And not that many bullets left in the Senator, let me tell you that. We need to get a resupply down here pretty soon. And I'm going to deduct 50 points for putting in the code incorrectly as a couple of troopers checking out what happened. Hey, my friends are dead. What happened? Tried to call in a bot drop, not able to do it. Because Shive is a little bit too quick with that Liberator. Got a couple of Devastators ahead. Really aiming for the eyes here. But we're going to turn up the heat instead. As the combination of the guard dog and the flamethrower taking care of the close quarters that we need to. Finally, the bot drop comes in for the Automatons. And we have not started using the drill. Shibe will probably have to take care of this bot drop in completion before attacking the drill. Not attacking the drill, but using the drill. As the shield devastator goes down, and we don't necessarily have a really great bot drop clear except for the flamethrower, so we're going to see it used with great skill. Hugging this rock is a major necessity of using the flamethrower in this bot drop. Opting for the Senator whenever there's Scout Striders, dodging a rocket from this trooper while giving it a high five to the face. And then the Senator cleaning up. Picking up the resupplies just after pushing ahead on collecting sample here on the soil scan as the bot drop comes in for the main objective. Shibe going to be surrounded here by a patrol to his front and the bot drop on the objective on his backside. So pushing out, I really like this movement. Isolating one section of bots at the time. Not to get surrounded and have to fight all these bots at once. Bubbling out and then backing through on the other side of this objective. Just going to spray the ground a little bit, knowing he can't take too much damage head up. Just trying to draw those troopers down into his pit of death. Shive, wonderful movement here. Yeah, definitely a very experienced Helldiver. And showing it. Just trying to conserve energy and make the shots count. The bad thing about the guard dog is the confusion makes them turn, so it's harder to hit the weak points if they're looking a different way. I'm surprised I haven't seen the smoke strikes come down from him here recently. It seems like he's got the mines that he laid down earlier to his right, actually benefiting. I hear it in the distance. Just trying not to hit too much lasers in the face here. We can take our time with these and love it. Finally finishing off that bot drop, making it look really easy, taking very little damage, only using one stem that whole time. Finally, the smoke strike coming down. Let's see how well it provides cover as we finish up this main objective with another bot drop coming in. There's a tank ahead with a Hulk that you don't see from earlier, and the soil scan finally done. There's our Hulk. Actually, a couple of Devastators. We're picking up the last resupply from earlier, allowing the gas dog to reload as we make our way to extraction with 7 minutes and 45 seconds left. How does it feel to teleport again from a viewer perspective? I don't know about you, Doc, but I feel like it's time to go home. T-minus 2 minutes before Pelican 1 comes in. Let's see how this loadout handles for an extraction. Those are the mines that Shive laid down earlier, knowing that he would have to defend extraction from at least one standpoint here. So, love that decision from earlier. Bot drop in to his left. I believe that was one. Don't see it on the minimap, though, or on the top of the screen, so maybe not. Really begging for that long-distance concussive to the eyeballs of these Devastators before they're able to get any more damage in. I'd love to see a smoke out from Shive. Shive is not using the smoke nearly as much as I would have liked to in this gameplay. However, he started strong using it, I would say 3 or 4 times, and then used it just a little bit ago on the main objective. And notice when things get a little bit too close for comfort, the Flamethrower comes out as the close range solution. Proning here, really great prone. Using the cliff to his left to avoid fire from the troopers to his left side, while focusing on the Scout Strider, taking it down with the Senator. I thought about using the Warrant here in this loadout, but the Senator is just too good against these Scout Striders. I think that Shive would have had a lot of difficulty using something other than the Senator with this build. That is a tank, I believe. A tank or a Factory Strider. I'm not sure what it is ahead of us. Alright boys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this gameplay. We will have to see you next time. I would love to see in the comments if you like this format better than the previous format of keeping score. I think that's a lot simpler, and easier for people to understand. But with that, we'll see you guys in the next video.